Hey everyone, my name is Jessie and welcome back to my channel. And so for this week's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make some delicious homemade biscuits. And I'm going to be using Joanna Gaines' Magnolia Table. This is her first cookbook and I'm going to show you how to make these. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the things you'll need are 4 cups of self-rising flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3 sticks of cold butter, 2 large eggs, and 1.5 cup of buttermilk. So we're going to start off with our dry ingredients. So in a large bowl, I'm just adding our flour along with our baking powder and our baking soda. And just giving that a good mix till nice, well, and combined together. Okay, and so now I'm going to add our cold cubed butter into our flour mixture. And again, you want to make sure it's nice and cold because that's what's going to give us the light flakiness of the biscuit. And I'm just using a pastry blender, and just cutting our butter into our flour mixture till nice crumbly bits. Okay, and so it should look like that. And now I'm going to add our eggs. And just kind of break up the yolk and give this a good mix so well combined. Okay, and so this looks really good. Now I'm going to add our cold buttermilk. It should be nice, thick, and rich. Okay, and just giving that a good mix till well combined. And depending on how hot or cold your kitchen or your climate where you live is, you may need to add a little bit more buttermilk. But luckily for me, this was perfect consistency. I didn't have to add any extra buttermilk. I just mix that up until there's no more dry bits in my dough. Okay, so this is what my dough looks like. I don't see any dry bits, so this looks well combined. And so now I'm just going to cover this with some plastic wrap. And now I'm going to pop this back into the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes to overnight, just so everything can relax and chill. So now we're going to start on our egg wash. So I'm just taking 1 egg along with 1 tablespoon of buttermilk. And just giving that a good whisk. Okay, so I let my dough chill for about an hour. And so I'm just going to flour our work surface and just place our dough on top of it. Now this dough is still extremely sticky, so I had to use a lot of extra flour. So I floured my dough, and then I needed to flour my hands as well, just to make sure the dough doesn't stick to my hands. And initially I tried to use a rolling pin, but the directions say just to use your hands and press it out just like I'm doing here. Just make sure your hands are floured so that the dough doesn't stick to you. Okay, and I'm using about a 2.5 to 3 inch cookie cutter here. And now I'm just going to start forming our biscuits. Okay, so now I'm just going to start placing our biscuits on top of our baking sheet. And I also lined my baking sheet with some parchment paper. Okay, and so now we are going to brush our biscuits with the egg wash that we made earlier. And it's going to make it nice, light golden brown. It's going to give it like a nice little shine to our biscuits. Okay, so now we're going to pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. And there you have it, some delicious homemade biscuits. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I, as always, enjoyed making it for you. And if you did enjoy it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click that subscribe button along with that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. But until next time, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!